Alrighty. Hi, everybody. So my name is Erica Seha. I am a content creator here with SADA Collective. At SADA Collective, we really believe in connecting artists, not only with each other, but also with the outside world. And because of that, we kind of took it upon ourselves to create this series, which we have titled Deconstructing the Narrative. It's an artist interview series where we're going to be interviewing various artists from different niches within the creative industry to kind of get a feel for their process and kind of hopefully at the end of the day, kind of inspire you guys to keep creating. So today I'm joined by Kriss. Hi, Kriss. How are you? Good. Awesome. So just to begin, do you want to maybe give us a little bit of your background, just kind of like a little bit of, a background story kind of like you and what you do?
So I'm a visual artist. So I work with photography, video, graphic design. I'm currently based in Vancouver. I grew up in Brussels. I was born in the Congo. And I've been doing arts pretty seriously the past 3 years.
Awesome. Well, thank you and welcome again. We're really excited to have you today. So basically, I'm just going to go ahead and kick off the questions. If at any point you have any questions or anything that you want to ask me, don't hesitate to do so. So first things first, what should we call you? I know you said, do you go by Kriss or do you have like another name that people kind of call you in terms of like your artist name, I guess?
Oh, Kriss.
Yeah, just Kriss. Awesome. All right. And so at SADA, like I was saying, we kind of believe that there's a narrative to uncover behind every artist. That's kind of, what we're focused on is kind of uncovering those narratives. So what would you say is your narrative or your like primary story that you're trying to tell through your work?
So my work, I don't know, because every project has different narrative. And I feel for this one, for the one I'm doing right now, is just like navigate different issues, different social issues through the prism of my past experience in childhood.
100%. And so what would you say like right now, like a narrative is that you're focusing on like right now and like in this time with your work?
I'm trying to actually focus on like racism.
100%.
And show how it can affect different people. And, like I take one example of my childhood and I try to widen the spectrum a little bit for everyone.
Totally. And especially right now, just because it's so prevalent in society. So it's awesome. What role would you say that an artist plays in today's society, like being that the creative culture has just dominated absolutely everything that we do?
Can you repeat?
Yeah, I was saying, what role would you say that like an artist plays in today's society?
I don't know. I feel like everyone has a role. Like you have people who do like mothers and fathers have a role. People who works in politics have a role. And artists have a role too. Depends, because you can be an artist and paint apples, or you can be an artist and have like a social speech. So I feel like everyone has his role, but I feel like from my perspective, as an artist, as a Black African artist, I feel like my speech has to be directed to social justice, because
100%.
more than any day, like today, we need to raise awareness, because we need to be fast. Like the capitalism and the environmental crisis is getting really faster and faster. Really, what's the word for that in English? Like every day the
like the problem's progressing or like getting larger.
Yeah, the progressing faster and faster. So I think like we have to also, as artists or also like citizens, we have to adapt our speech and get to the speed, because we need to fix problems like really fast. Yeah.
Especially with art, I feel like it's so important that like we speak to people. Like I feel like a lot of people take I guess like they'll interpret narratives from different things, like you were saying, like some from artists or from politicians. And I feel like there are a lot of people who are really focused on getting their information and their narrative from an artist or from art. So I think it, like you said, it is very important that, you know, there are certain artists like you who touch on social issues. So that way, you know, we can kind of to cater to those people who really get their information from art.
Yeah.
So definitely very important.
But it's a different, like, for example, with politician or doing work that's really important, but as any group, they have to get in touch with their, like, their targets, like the people.
Exactly.
Sometimes politicians are like into like different group, and they like lost like any kind of like sense of like the actual word is. And sometimes with artists, the same thing. Sometimes artists like just like make art and forget about like the actual message, and maybe they like they distance themselves too much from the people. And so I feel like, yeah, we as an artist, you can work with your art, but don't forget like to like stay in touch with like the actual people who receive the message, you know.
100%, 100%. Completely agree with that. And then I was wondering if you have like a specific like life occurrence that you would say. I know you mentioned in the beginning how you kind of draw from like things that have happened to you, like, you know, throughout your life. Like, is there one like specific like instance that you would say like really inspired you, or kind of like was like the biggest, like, I guess contributed the biggest like story to whatever you were working on? So just something that like really inspired you that you can remember.
You know, like when you grew up as a black person in like countries like Belgium, you internalize a lot of like bullshit, and sometimes you need something like one event, one like moment to like realize that like, oh, how fucked up it was. And so my moment was when I was hitchhiking from New York to Brazil for a year. That's when I discovered, like, because I was outside of Belgium, and I was like confronted to racism, and I was like, oh, that's a real thing. It's not just like happening to me back there. It's like a worldwide global issue. Maybe I need to do something, you know.
Awesome. Yeah. Wow, that's really great. And then what would you say is the most like pivotal response you've had to your work so far? Like, is there a specific person that you just remember like them like commenting on your work that just like really changed things, or the way that you viewed things for yourself?
I've not been doing like art for a long time, so I think that I still don't have that chance to like someone saying something like, I don't know, like really
100%. Yeah, especially with what you're doing, I feel like you're gonna hit that nail really quick. It's just so important that artists are touching on these kind of issues right now. It's just so prevalent in everything that we're doing. So awesome. And then who would you say like is your dream project? Like, who would you love to work with?
I would like to work with. I don't know. I might have like want to work with Pharrell, because it was like a really inspiration for me when I was a teenager. Yeah, I would say Pharrell and some Tom York. Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah. Awesome. And then lastly, like, what would you say is the best advice you would give to someone who's just starting out? I know you mentioned you're just starting out, but I'm sure you've kind of picked up a little bit like as you've kind of gone on, and like what, you know, how to navigate this creative industry. So what is some advice you would give to someone who would be watching this kind of to get their feet going? And
yeah, something I know something is really, I think is really funny and really absurd. It's like we know a lot of people or a lot of artists are posting their work on Instagram. And so Instagram, or in the internet, it should be like a platform where you can like exchange information, exchange work, and you can like put your unique work to the world and you can share it. But for some reason, I feel like internet, and mostly Instagram, is just like because it's like so many people want to the same thing, people actually post, like, I see Instagram and I see the same work all the time. And it's really weird that right now the only way to stand out is to be yourself, you know?
Yeah. 100%.
It's really weird, because it was supposed to be that way at the beginning, and now like when you do your own stuff and you like not try to copy other people, you stand out really fast, and like because how because it's how fucked up, like, you know, Instagram.
No, 100%. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of artists who try to, like, I mean, obviously you can always draw inspiration from someone, but just there's a lot of like copycatting going on. So it just makes it really hard for the one artist to kind of stick out. So I definitely agree. That's why I think the story behind an artist is so special, because there's no way that two people could have the exact same story. So kind of doing your art kind of based off of that is so important, because it just really distinguishes you from everybody else, and makes, you know, kind of makes you important. So I think that's really great advice. Awesome. And then lastly, just for fun, just a question for fun. What's your favorite song right now?
My favorite song?
Yeah.
I think it's a song from an artist called Rosie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
And the song is called Romantic Comedy.
Ooh, awesome. I'll have to check that out. I haven't heard that yet.
Really weird,
Awesome.
but awesome.
Oh, good. Awesome. Perfect. Well, Kriss, thank you so much. I really appreciate you joining us, and your answers are so great. I'm sure anybody listening to this is going to get a lot of inspiration from it. I know you've inspired me just from speaking with you, so I really appreciate you joining with us. And is there somewhere where anybody who's watching can contact you, or the best form of contact to kind of reach out to you?
I would say my website, krissmunsya.com, and I have my email there. Or because I'm not really responding on Instagram, so yeah, I would say.
Okay. Awesome. Perfect. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you guys have any additional questions, or need me to kind of connect you with Kriss, please let me know, and I'd be happy to shoot you over his email, like in text form. And then also, if you are watching and have anybody who you would like us to interview, or if you are an artist who would like to be interviewed, please feel free to email me at erica@sadacollective.com. And again, thank you for watching, and I hope that this inspired you. And as always, just keep creating, okay? Okay. Bye, guys. Bye, Kriss. Thank you so much.